your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, the tease in my life, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, y'all. What's going on? Welcome back. Stretch. Okay. Cool. Oh, good. So, good news. I finished all the post radio show promo stuff, and I started working on the highlight clip creator thing, POC, that I'm working on. And I'm trying to figure out how to like generate this video and then like upload the video and then be able to put in the timestamps to cut it out and then join them together and put the generated videos on there. So that's what I'm working on. And then there's another project that I'm working on as well, kind of like in parallel. So yeah, neither here nor there. But I want to talk about, I'm a big fan of when like somebody puts out something like a large project and puts it out there, you know what I'm saying? And they go and then talk about how they did it, kind of like a behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Almost like a autobiography kind of thing. And so we spoke about this before, and I kind of wanted to dig more into it because it seems pretty dope. And I haven't got a chance to really play with it or even read this blog post, but yeah, I just kind of want to go over it quickly, and then I'm going to add a link to it so you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, so let me share my screen here. All right, I'm going to do this one. So this is from the folks at Dino, and I'm a big fan of Dino. I have a project that I created. Is it just the one? Yeah, I think it's just the one, where it's a currency converter. And I was traveling a lot, and so I created something, a PWA, so that I could just be able to click it, like the app on my phone, open it up, and just go quickly at seeing how much something costs. Instead of trying to Google it and reading all this stuff, for me, it was just a little bit easier to do that. And plus, it would show me, like, you know what? Let me just show it. I'm just going to show it on the site. Hold on, let me see. What's that in? Let me see here. Let me share this screen instead. So yeah, so this is the site I made. What's that.in? I'm gonna add a link to that as well. And so it's a progressive web app, and so I'm able to download it to my phone like an app. And whenever I need to check the price on something, I just do it. And but what's cool, instead of having to Google it, whatever, I could also see like past history stuff, and it's all stored on the phone, so it's not like a database or anything. And so it just kind of helps me keep track of things when I'm out traveling or what have you, right? All right, cool. So that's that. So Dino, so that thing is hosted on Dino, right? And so Dino also created their own JavaScript repository. And it's in the same vein as like NPM and Yarn and all these different places where they will, like, you publish your package to these repositories. And so that other people can, you know, whether it be NPM install or Yarn install or whatever it is, so then they can use it in your projects. And then you have CDNs who then take from the repositories and host them so you don't have to install them. There's a whole ecosystem, right? And but so they created their own, and it's called JSR. And so this is kind of like how they built JSR. And again, I'm kind of interested in these things, so that's pretty dope. So they recently launched. So shouts to Luca Casonato. But yeah, so they recently launched the JavaScript repository, registry, JSR. It's a new registry for JavaScript and TypeScript designed to offer a significantly better experience than NPM for both package authors and users. I don't know how I feel about, you know, when people call out other folks. I mean, you know, it's preference, I guess, significantly better experience. I mean, I don't know, it is what it is. It natively supports publishing TypeScript source code. Oh, that's interesting. So you don't have to, okay, which is used to auto-generate documentation for your package. All right. So So I wonder when you npm install it, is there some translation happening somewhere? Or is it just you get the TypeScript code and then you have to transpile it? I don't know. I haven't even played around with this. It's secure by default, which is dope. Supporting tokenless publishing from GitHub Actions. Interesting. And package provenance using SigStore. I've never used SigStore before. I'll look into that. It rates packages using our JSR score to give consumers an at-a-glance indication of the quality of a package. Interesting. So I wonder what goes into JSR score. Normally when I do stuff, I kind of like look to see like when was the latest release of the package, and then go to like the GitHub repo to see if it's still being actively maintained. You know what I'm saying? Then that kind of, for me, determines whether or not I want to like even look into it. But it is what it is. So we knew that JSR would only gain adoption if it interoperates with the existing NPM ecosystem, because NPM is huge. Below is a set of NPM interoperability requirements we needed to meet with JSR. So JSR packages can be seamlessly consumed by any tool that uses node module folders. Okay. You can incrementally adopt JSR packages in your node projects. All right. NPM packages can be imported from JSR packages. Huh. So you have your JSR package, and then you can get packages from NPM. So I guess JSR doesn't have all the packages that NPM, I guess, has. Well, I mean, again, it's huge, so it probably takes some time. And JSR packages can be imported from NPM packages. Okay, interesting. Most existing NPM packages written with ESM or TypeScript can be published to JSR with very little effort. Just run npx JSR publish. All right, because now I just do npm publish, and then like public, or like dash public if I want to make it public or something like that. And so, all right, they're doing something similar. Cool. npx is wild. Like that's kind of an amazing technology. That's always thought that was kind of cool. You can just run it. That's pretty dope. You can use your favorite npm compatible package manager like Yarn or pnpm with JSR. Okay. So like I was saying, you can use Yarn and pnpm. Okay. So our open beta launch of JSR was met with enthusiasm from the community, as we've already seen some great packages being published already, such as the type-safe validation and parsing library, bad rap, that's a great username, Velita, and the multi-runtime HTTP framework Oak. I've not got a chance to play around with Oak. Oak seems pretty cool. But this blog post is not about why you should use JSR. It is about how I and the rest of the JSR team, over the course of several months, built JSR to meet the technical requirements of a modern, performant, highly available JavaScript registry. This post covers nearly every part of JSR. So they go about the technical specs, latency of the website, minimizing latency. I think that I was kind of reading through that. That's interesting. Building a modern publishing flow, aka say no to probing. Yeah, you should probably always say no to probing. Serving modules at 100% reliability. That's interesting. 100% reliability. There's like nothing 100%, but hey, I'll see what they can do. And then so that's it. I will try to explain not just how we do something, but also why we do things in the way we do. Let's dive in. See, and so for me, that's important. Being able to kind of understand the mindset that went into it. And so that you can kind of like understand, like, oh, I never thought of it that way. And then you can then, decide whether or not you want to adopt that or kind of like use it in some form or fashion. I mean, so that's why I like reading these type of things. So they talk about the different technical specs. I like how they have like this graph and everything, like the diagram. That's pretty dope. Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. So there's a whole lot of stuff. Again, I haven't really read this yet, but then they use Postgres for most data. That's cool. API. So if you're into APIs, so this I thought was interesting. Minimizing latency for the JSR.io site. Let me open that up. Yeah, it loaded pretty quickly. If you are writing a service for humans to use, you discover pretty quickly that most humans do not, in fact, want to manually invoke API calls using curl. Yeah. Because of this, JSR has a web front end, which lets you perform every single operation that the API exposes, except for publishing packages. Oh, that's interesting. So you can't publish packages from the site. Okay. I wonder if you can. I normally just do it from the command line from my terminal. So in my project, I wonder, can you publish packages on NPM like through the website? I don't know. Never tried. To keep the JSR website from feeling, to keep the JSR.io website feeling fast and snappy, we built it with Fresh, which is their React meta framework kind of thing. Oh crap! Okay, never mind. A modern server-side render first web framework built here at Dino. Okay, but it uses I think it uses React behind the scenes. I think it was. That means every page on the JSR website is rendered on demand in a Dino process running in a Google Cloud data center near you, just for you. Oh, that's cool. So they're using that's pretty dope. So I didn't know Dino, is using Google Cloud. Nice. Let's explore some approaches Fresh uses to ensure site visitors get the best experience. And see, for me, whenever I build stuff, I always like to see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay. Island rendering for performance. And so this is kind of why I like to use, I've been using Astro a lot, and they have a lot of the island stuff, which is pretty dope. And so it's kind of we're only things that need to be interactive will be interactive. Everything else around that island, like the ocean, is still. You know what I'm saying? It's still. I wonder if they talk about it here. Fresh is quite unique in that, unlike other web frameworks like Next.js or Remix, again, those use React under the hood. So I'm pretty sure Fresh uses React as well. It does not render the entire application both on client and server. Instead, every page is always rendered entirely on the server, and only sections marked interactive, like I was saying, are rendered on the client. This is called island rendering. Because we have little islands of interactivity in a sea of otherwise server rendered content. That's kind of like what I said. So this is a very powerful model that allows us to provide both incredibly snappy page rendering for all users, regardless of their geolocation, internet speed, so yada, yada, yada. So it is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And what's cool, even, I'm not sure if they have it in Fresh, but even in Astro, you can set it to where as far as the interactivity, if your island or whatever isn't even showing on the page, it will stay dormant, I guess, and not until it actually is scrolled into view when it will become interactive. And I think Quick does that as well, which is another framework I've not got a chance to play with. And then you see it really pays off. So you can see they're in the green in a bunch of these, and all of them actually. That's very nice. Dope. So wait, so there's this, the page. So is this before? Wait, is this a before or after? I'm trying to figure out what is this. That's dope that they have cumulative shift of 0. That's dope. Yeah, so I'm guessing. I don't know what, because when looking at the entire origin rather than just the home page. Oh, okay. All right, so this is overall, and then it's just the home page, it looks like. Okay, cool. All right, dope. And then optimizing for first time to first byte. All right, so how fast it gets there. And they talk about this thing that's pretty dope. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is before and after. So before, bang, bang, going back and forth between the rendering server. But now they have a Git and they fire off a bunch of things to the API server instead of single ones, sending it, hearing back, sending it, hearing back. So now they send off a bunch of them and then they come back. Oh, that's pretty dope. And then using form, where again, I'm a big fan of using the platform. So them using the form tag is pretty dope. They talk about why. I remember kind of reading that. That's pretty dope. Wow, you can get a dot test? Oh no, never mind. That's if you're doing like locally. I was like, wow, you can get a dot test now? That's pretty dope. And then they talk about building a modern publishing flow. So talk about all that stuff. So yeah, no, this is pretty dope. I like when developers kind of go back and talk about how they built stuff. So that's pretty dope. So again, shout out to them. I have a link to it if you want to check it out. And yeah, cool. So maybe you can like pick up your own like tidbits of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna get y'all back to work because I want to get back into. I want by the next during this next work session, I want to try and get this, even if it's just like a little bit of just text. That's all I need is some text generated in a video. I'm gonna try and get that working. I think I know how to do that, and then get the uploading working. But that's my plan. So hopefully you have a plan and you're working on it. I'm gonna get y'all back to work. This is a track by an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, who used to go by the name A Butter. And the track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you around. Till then, I wish you much productivity. Y'all be easy. And peace. Thanks.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to.